Here's another update on designing and building my own tools. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been working on an alternative version of Finder. And the one thing that annoyed me for many years is this inability to browse all the images and all the videos inside subfolders all in one place. So for example, I do have this folder called Books, and then I have all these images that are photographs or scans or downloads from Internet Archive. And I just want to see all images and all videos all in one place without clicking into every folder, trying to find something here, going back, and then clicking on another folder and then trying to go back, etc. Or here's an export of the photo shoot. So everything is organized into these folders, and then I have to click on every single folder, look at images, click on another one, trying to find something here, and have to do it endlessly. Another case is I have a hard drive folder with the backup of a lot of different projects. Everything here is organized into folders, and then everything on top of that has multiple folders inside. It would be nice to just see every single image and every single video that's there. That's what I've been doing kind of on and off for the past couple of weeks, is building an alternative. And I call it Finder, which is FFFFinder. It's a homage to a website that used to be called Found, or spelled FFFFound.com. So let me just open it. And let me make this window smaller, or actually... So it's a very simple app that just allows me to look at all the images and videos, and the architecture of subfolders is completely flattened here. I also have here the previous folders that I have added, so I can go into Art and Installation. So it's a folder with just multiple reference images all organized into multiple subfolders, but in this case, everything is just presented to me in one simple view. I can access all the folders on hover. I know it's not a standard UI, so for a lot of different reasons, we don't do drop-downs on hover for accessibility and usability, but just in this case, it makes so much sense. It's so easy to access all the folders, and I can also press Command down to go from folder to folder that I have there. So right now you've seen it's been indexing a folder that has nearly 14,000 images. And I can just navigate things like that. I can also interact with the grid, so I can make it tighter, so I can fit up to 12 items in the grid. I can use shortcuts. So it's super quick and it's super responsive. I can organize it by newest, by oldest, by name, by type. So GIFs are separate from JPEGs and from videos. I can sort it by folders, which keeps the original structure of how they're organized inside folders, but still present it all in one view. Or I can even look at them in a random order. And all of this is just supported with shortcuts. All right, so let's actually drag the Books folder and see what do we have there. So I can just drag it into the app. It indexes it pretty quickly. You can see videos. I can interact left and right and go very fast. I can also use my arrow keys, which is very nice, and spacebar to open things and close things. Extremely responsive. I can also preview very large images. So this one is a pretty huge image, and then I can press a shortcut to zoom in and preview this image. All these options are still available here, so there is another drop-down that appears on hover. I can reveal things in Finder, so for example, I just can press letter R, and then it opens up folder and it shows me exactly this image. If I delete it from here, it's going to get deleted from the app. Another nice feature is that I can Google search it. So if I press G, this image is quite big, so it's going to take a while. But it's going to upload this image into Google Lens and give me immediate search. So for example, if I find an image in my app that I want to find original, where I saved it from somewhere, I can actually just with one key trigger Google search from here. Now let's drag another folder. So I have this export with all these items here. I'm going to drag it into the app, and I see the entire photo shoot. Now I want to organize it by folders. Another thing I can also do is search. So I can search for and then see GIFs and images that are saved somewhere inside the anime folder and also organized in a different way. And lastly, there are a couple of other kind of features, which has a dark theme, and bright theme, also controlled with a shortcut, autoplay for the videos, sound. Now, I know a lot of people find sound annoying, but I love browsing this app with sound. So the sound I just recorded myself using one of the synthesizers. I just exported everything as a file and then fed it into the code. So it just basically reacts very nicely. And I can also hide and show interface with a tab. No interface at all. Everything is super minimal. And exposing the interface and making it visible again. And plays back videos pretty quickly as well. I have an entire folder, lots of different videos. I did use codecs this time, and before using codecs to build it, I did design the entire thing in Figma. I outlined every single instance of the app as a separate artboard, just indicating how it works. And I gave every single artboard a very, very detailed annotation. And then what codecs did is maybe it understood about 60% of that, and the rest had to be done basically feature by feature, just explaining it as clearly as possible, every single interaction, to make sure the whole result is very smooth and detailed. As I mentioned, I do enjoy using my own version of Finder, and my plan is to keep improving it very slowly, maybe add new features here and there. For those who want to try it out, I can technically send a DMG file, which allows you to install the app on your computer and just use it. Now, since the app is not signed and it's not coming from the App Store, your Mac is gonna try not to launch it. So you would have to turn off certain things inside system settings, and you do it at your own risk. But the point of this video, again, is just to remind designers that we can build our own tools, no permission needed. We can do it how we want it, and we can do it when we want it. I'm actually waiting for agents to become so good that I can, I don't know, have my own version of After Effects and not rely on this one anymore, or Lightroom. I mean, hell, maybe even my own version of Figma. What if all of us would have our own versions of Figma? Keep building interesting things and send them my way, because I really want to see them. Peace.